interest rate is that based on, Steve?
That's based on a 9.99.
9.99? Oh my goodness, Steve. I didn't pay that much interest on my last two vehicles I bought.
But you probably didn't pay that much on your last two vehicles combined.
I didn't.
Right? No. Interest rates have changed just a bit. We didn't do it.
No, I
Okay.
didn't think you did, but still, that's just too much.
You know, we hear that a lot, Scott, but there are a couple factors here that actually are working big time in your favor. Last time you bought a car was when? Or
3
a
years
truck?
ago.
3 years
ago.
Okay.
I actually had 0% interest on that one.
I absolutely believe it because I remember those days fondly, and we wish we could get back to those days. However, you know, 3 years ago, and I don't know what your situation was. Let's take, here's what I know happened 2 years ago. Interest rates were still low, okay? But inventories were low as well. Demand was still high. Supply was low, so guess what happened? The average price that people paid, this was border to border, coast to coast, the average price people paid for this truck was $6,000 over MSRP.
That much?
10% was the average, okay? And when inventories are low, there are no rebates.
Right.
So, you'd have paid $6,000 more. You would have been minus a rebate, which is a difference of $8,250. That completely makes up for any additional interest you would pay for right now. Okay?
Well, how do you figure that, Steve, as far as what the interest rate would be? I mean, if it changes, you know, I mean, I like my payment to be just a little bit lower if the rate is lower.
And there's a good chance the rate will be lower, Scott. We use a average rate because we have not taken a credit application, we have not pulled your credit, we have not gotten the information from the bank, which reminds me, why don't you okay this right here so we can take the credit application and get this whole process started so we can see how low your rate can go.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
That's good. I like that.
All right.
Good job, Steve.
What'd you think of that?
Smooth.
All right. Look, interest rates are higher than people have been paying for the last 15 years. I get that. All right. And I can't say, and Randy, it used to be 19%. He's not going to give a damn about that. But are vehicles priced better now than they were a couple years ago when interest rates were lower?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What if you get an answer offer customer and they're like, well, you guys weren't doing that?
I'd still tell them the same thing. I'd say, look, you know, we didn't do it. Every other Chevrolet store in our region did. It was nationally done. We didn't do it. We saved you money then. We'll save you money now. I mean, just shoot them straight.
Yeah.
I've discovered that when you're honest with customers, it doesn't always work, but you don't have to remember what you said anyway. Cool?
That's cool.
Honesty and transparency.